for joining us. But yeah, we've had such a great day of different discussions and kind of introducing our participants to the world of podiatry. Yeah, so thank you also, Dr. Sheth, for joining us today and just closing out this session.
Good seeing you, Dr. Lister and Dr. Ivanoff.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice seeing all of you guys.
They're my friends, so I know them personally, and so that's why I haven't seen them in a while. So
Yeah, so yeah, would you like to say some parting words for our participants, Dr. Sheth?
Well, I caught the tail end of that, and that was just amazing. I'm Dr. Ami Sheth. I've been in private practice in Los Gatos, California for almost 20 years now. I'm honored to be giving the closing remarks about this amazing and informative day. And I was thinking about how, what I should say and how I could possibly add to the knowledgeable speakers you've already had, seeing who was on that list. And I thought the best way would be to share my own journey with you, why I got into it, how it's going, and where I think it's headed. So why I got into it. I never dreamed of becoming a podiatrist. I never went to bed saying, oh, I hope one day I get to cut on feet. My parents are physicians, and I learned at a young age that healthcare is a calling, a mindset, and a way of being, and not just a job. I became a podiatric physician because I enjoyed my patients, their variety in age, pathologies, and remedies. But the real reason may not surprise you. I wanted to help people. When most of us hear that, it sounds trite, but it's a true summary of why many of us actually do what it is that we do. So my professional mission statement is to help people keep doing what they want to do for as long as they want to do it. And I wanted to be on a journey with my patients to help them achieve their goals, mostly because I had the information that could help them live their lives the way they wanted to. To me, this was very important. If you know anything about higher education, it's that there's a lot of learning that needs to be done, which means a lot of studying and a lot of tests. There's a lot of time spent away from family and friends where you're working towards that delayed gratification of being on this career path. And it's certainly not for the faint of heart. And the prize at the end is so great that all of it seems to be worth it. And that great prize has sustained me. It had sustained me up to a point, but I also wanted to make sure that I had a purpose. It's true, I like to help people, but I wanted to factor myself in as well. And so much of what you've heard today also was talking about success and what it meant. I learned from my parents that when you're in medicine, your whole family is in medicine. It means that all those hours you dedicate to patients also affects your home life. It affects your dating life, your vacations, school performances, homework, self-care, everything. It's why I'm outside right now, so that I'm not affecting my indoor life, so they can keep doing what they want to do. Medicine shapes you. And I really wanted to make sure that I thought about my entire life and what I wanted that to look like. And I really was delving into what my character was all about. And the more I matured, the more I discovered that I wanted some predictability in my life. I wanted growth in my knowledge and my soul. And I wanted to be able to balance that with my personal values and my professional drive. So many of my colleagues love excitement. They enjoy the adrenaline rush of trauma call or limb salvage work. They enjoy putting pieces, bone pieces back together again and working with trauma teams in the hospital when major disasters and major injuries come in. Some of my colleagues also thrive working in hospitals and specialty wound care groups, helping to heal devastating wounds and fighting infections to keep people alive and moving. And these are noble and wonderful causes. For me, I wanted something different. And so I got to thinking of what that looks like. So I can tell you how it's going so far. Well, I can't even begin to tell you the wild ride my career has taken me on. And some of you know it and some of you don't. Like some of you have seen me, like Dr. Dutra from when I was younger. But I'll say this. First off, on a daily basis, I am not bored. I'm lucky enough to see dermatology, biomechanics, sports medicine, and so much more throughout my entire day. I'm a surgeon. I work in collaboration with other specialties. I get to see entire families for their day-to-day podiatric needs. I have predictability I didn't know I wanted or needed. And I've seen this change as I've matured and my family's needs have evolved. Kind of like what Dr. Lister was saying, different seasons. In private practice, I can control my hours and what types of pathology I see. I'm also outside watching everything blow away. I'm able to take time to build the relationships I value so much as I watch entire families grow up with me. I've also had amazing mentors throughout my training and career. And podiatric medicine prides itself of combating the myths of eating your young. You may wonder what that means if you don't know. It means killing the competition before it can even develop. Well, I've been lucky enough to have people in the field offer their time, energy, and money to make sure the students were protected and insulated from any outside negative forces while we were studying and training. As students, there were many podiatric medical organizations offering scholarships and internships. There are robust alumni associations to help with conversation, guidance, internships, clerkships, and other leadership opportunities. There are many avenues to build relationships with those outside of podiatric medical schools and residency programs. There's so much there if you're looking for it. The DPM mentor networks are strong throughout the nation, and you only have to reach out to the school, state, and national associations to find them. There are also countless opportunities to develop your skills as a leader. There are many professional organizations who encourage younger members to stretch their leadership wings, from national professional organizations such as the American Podiatric Medical Association and American College of Foot and Ankle Surgeons, and other groups specializing within podiatry like sports medicine fellowship organizations, American Association of Women Podiatrists, you name it, there's an organization out there related to podiatry that can help. Also like state associations like the California Podiatric Medical Association and local professional societies of podiatric medicine, and even leadership opportunities at the individual medical college. There are opportunities within these organizations to hold positions and influence the direction of the entire specialty. Young voices are sought after as there is true dedication to representation and a desire to serve everyone in the fold. I was fortunate enough to develop important skills along the way, enough to even become the president of the California Podiatric Medical Association many years ago. That was something that never even crossed my mind when I sent in my acceptance letter to the California College of Podiatric Medicine way back when. Another aspect of podiatric medicine that I am most proud of is my introduction to the grassroots legislative efforts and dedication of members of our specialty that we have to our patients. There are many battles to be fought in our legislature and around healthcare. It was emphasized to me at a very early age that in addition to representing ourselves and our own interests for well-being, we know how to deliver the right care at the right time for the people we serve. We represent our patients and advocate for them at every opportunity. Podiatric medicine may be small, but legislatively doctors and DPMs in particular are dedicated to legislatively show up for our patients. Through the sheer act of listening to my mentors, I've learned so much that's led to accomplishments I've never considered when I was a student. I've developed skills to own my own practice and work in a group to bring forward my vision of podiatric healthcare. I've had the honor of holding leadership positions at local, state, and national levels within organized medicines, and I'm able to serve on committees at my local hospital. I've developed skills to work collaboratively with my MD and DO colleagues to provide excellent care to patients both in medical practice and legislatively to move forward a healthcare agenda putting the patient as paramount. I've made relationships with people who are truly concerned for my well-being and were dedicated to planting trees that I may enjoy in their shade. And I've learned concrete ways that I can pass this on as I mature in life. I'm not saying that becoming a podiatrist will give your life meaning and organize how you'll spend your days, but it's been pretty true for me and just one example of how purpose can lead to fulfillment and success. It brings me to my last point, the future. So where do I see it all going? I'm sure many of you have heard the negative aspects of medicine, the corporatization of healthcare delivery, infringement on that sacred doctor-patient relationship, regulatory restrictions, decreased autonomy, chipping away at reimbursements, and the list can go on. Is it worth it? Right now, you can virtually see a shift everywhere on the value society places on services and people. I'm sure you feel the pressure is increasing no matter the field and stage of life. We are all spinning like tops, and I feel it too. There are always charts to do, more paperwork than there is time. You're never enough. There's too much time for work, too little time at home, not enough time for yourself, too little time to exercise. And don't forget, there's no time to breathe. You might be surprised to hear that despite it all, I am still hopeful. Mostly it's because of everyone here. The younger generation keeps me hopeful. The younger generation's more aware of the need for balance. You're good about prioritizing relationships with each other, with the world, with nature. You will find a solution to this. You will slow the pace down. So no pressure, all right, guys? For those of you who feel podiatric medicine is a calling, I'm sure you will bring this optimism and balance, and I'm confident that you will be able to share this with the people you serve. It's the reason that I feel podiatry was the right choice for me. I want to keep paving the way for you. Truly, being a doctor and podiatry specifically is a great gig. Where else can you make an immediate difference in someone's life? Typically, I can do that right then and there and make people feel better as they're leaving. Where else can you discuss someone's dreams and desires in a very tangible way and help them with the tools to make it happen? Where else can you tailor your schedule to your own needs and have the ability to make changes as your needs evolve? Where else can you make a difference with your political leaders and champion for those who may not be able to do that for themselves? Where else can you directly square your shoulders so the next generation can stand safely on them to reach even greater heights? I am hopeful for what is yet to come, for myself, but mostly for you. Your journey's just beginning. I'm excited for this. You've heard so many stories today, people who I know, people who I admire. And I encourage you to listen to many more as you can, as you decide how to travel this journey, this calling. I really do thank you all for taking your time out of your schedule today to learn more about what we do and why we do it. And I hope you can see the demonstration of where people above you, people ahead of you are willing to help reach out and make sure that you also enjoy what it is that truly speaks to us. I also want to thank you all in advance for all that I know that you will do in the future. So thank you, Miko, for this opportunity to address everybody here.
That was really great. I think that was really, I love the hopeful aspect of what you were saying. And I hope that everybody here got the chance to learn a little bit more about podiatry and what it can offer for you. And I want to thank everyone again for taking the time out of your Saturday to be here. I know we're all very busy, so I appreciate that. So that concludes our How to Become a Foot and Ankle Surgeon, the Podiatrist Pathway webinar today. Thank you again, Dr. Sheth, and everybody here who has contributed and for your beautiful words. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you.